Marcus.
And Tricia.
And we are
the Messengers
Ministry, where we have fun Christian teaching
and fun Christian learning.
Today we have a new Teachings from Jesus, and this is going to be like the almost like a two-parter, I guess, right?
Kind of.
We're calling this first episode
Jesus' First Interrogation.
And guess what the second one's going to be called? Jesus' Second Interrogation. So the first interrogation, where do we find this one in the Bible?
It is in John chapter 18, verses 12 through 24.
Okay.
So that's the only place we find it, and so it's a little different account. That's why we wanted to go back and do this first thing.
Right. The first interrogation.
The first one. Because it doesn't have any other Gospels.
Right.
But John does.
Yeah.
So after Jesus was arrested, he was first led to Annas' house. Annas had been the high priest for many years. His son-in-law, Caiaphas, who we hear a lot about, was the new high priest. But most of the people still revered Annas and thought he should still be the high priest.
Yeah.
So they took him to his house first. Annas asked Jesus about his disciples and teachings. Jesus replied he'd spoken openly to the world. Jesus reminded Annas that he had taught in synagogues, in the temple, in places where people were. He asked, since nothing was done in secret, why question him? He inquired that many people heard him, so why not ask them what he said? You know, Jesus knew that Annas knew all these teachings and things like that. Mm-hmm. He was just trying to, get to him.
Yeah.
And so he couldn't. Jesus was like, why not ask other people? Why are you questioning me? Why am I here before you? When Jesus said these things, a servant of Annas struck him on the face. Yeah. He asked if Jesus would really talk to the high priest like that.
Really?
Like, are you really going to talk to him like that?
Oh, what?
So anyway, Jesus replied that if he'd said something wrong, to testify it. But he asked him, if I've said the truth, then why did you strike me? So he was just saying, I said the truth. If I was wrong, tell me why I'm wrong. But he wasn't. So Jesus remained bound. Like, they had brought him in bound. He remained that way. And he was then sent to Caiaphas, and all the leaders were there.
Yeah. So you know what? Sometimes there are truths that we hear, but you know what? We don't like what's being said. So this is why the servant slapped Jesus, right? Bam! Mm-hmm. He knew that the words that Jesus spoke, they were true. Mm-hmm. But he didn't like being faced with the blasphemy as he saw it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He used the disguise of not speaking to the high priest in this matter, but he was just as upset as Annas. Mm-hmm. Right?
He was. So let's have a quick example.
Example time.
Example time. Nathan loved to speak about Jesus. He was full of the joy of the Lord and was nice to everyone. He read his Bible at work when he could. One of his co-workers, though, Phyllis, she got so angry with him. She was not a believer and didn't want Nathan to behave this way. It made her mad that Nathan was so happy while she was so miserable.
Yeah.
She even sought to have him fired, but there was no real reason. I mean, what is she going to say? He's too happy? So it was just their boss knew that Phyllis was this way and that she didn't like Nathan, but he was really kind of hoping that Nathan's joy would kind of rub off on Phyllis, and she would get filled too. Yeah. But Phyllis ended up quitting, walking away because she couldn't take the happy environment around her.
Phyllis, right?
It's sad, but that's true of so many people. They can't handle being around believers who are happy.
Yeah.
And that's just very sad.
Phyllis, hopefully one day you get filled with the Holy Spirit, Phyllis. Mm-hmm. Right?
And happy.
And happy, yeah. So you may be experiencing some of these problems in this area of your own, right? Maybe someone is a believer and seems so happy all the time. That's probably me if you know me. So if you have your faith in God, this should encourage you, all right?
Yes, yeah.
It should not make you upset. If not, then you may feel like slapping that person because, of the way that they make you feel.
Yeah.
We encourage you, first off, don't slap somebody like that because of that.
No.
But then also go to these people and find out what bothers you most about them, all right? So if you need more of a revelation of Jesus in your life and, you can open your heart completely to him, then your life will change for the better, and I promise it will.
Yes.
It may not seem like it in the beginning. It may seem like nothing's changed, but if you stick with it, and it'll change, all right?
And you get that revelation of the joy of the Lord. See, my shirt too.
There you go.
The joy of the Lord. You get that revelation, and you can do amazing things.
Yeah. So there is kind of a flip side to this, all right? So when you stay stuck in your bitter life, you will be miserable, just like Phyllis. So inviting Jesus into your life, it should make your outlook clearer and your future brighter, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So all God truly desires is a relationship with you and to put a smile on your face.
That's right.
Right?
We hope we put a smile on your face too.
Absolutely. So if we did put a smile on your face, don't forget to leave a comment down below, all right? We thank you guys, though. We thank you so much for watching these videos. We're encouraged by your comments and the emails we get. So we just thank you guys so much for everything that you're encouraging us to continue doing these, all right?
Yes.
So it's been, what?
A long time.
8 years now? We've been doing audios. We started the ministry in 2015. So, it's been 8 years now. The video's been going on for several years, but, we've got...
3 or more.
Yeah. And we're excited because we have almost 100 followers right now on YouTube. That's going to be so exciting when we get our first 100. So we can get our actual name, Messengers Ministry, instead of, originally it was like a bunch of numbers and letters and symbols.
Yeah.
But now it's at Messengers Ministry. So, but as soon as we get our first 100.
Is it Messengers Ministry or Messengers?
Or Messengers Radio, sorry.
Okay.
So you're right, thank you. But as soon as we get that, we're going to be excited. And we're going to keep going and going, right?
We're excited anyway. And if you're just listening, like we've talked about before, if you just go to @Messengers Radio on YouTube, we're there.
Yeah.
It's not a hard place to find us.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So if you aren't subscribed to us, please make sure you subscribe to us not only on YouTube, especially YouTube, but also on Facebook so that you'll be updated when we put a new video like this up.
That's right. Yeah.
So all of our social media links also are down below as well. And above those are our websites. So if you don't want to leave a comment down below for everyone to see, so you can always go to one of our 2 websites that we'll tell you about here in a moment. And on each of those there is a contact us button. If you'll fill out a little form out and send it, it'll go to both of our emails and we'll get back to you just as soon as we can.
That's right.
So our first website, I'm going to smile.
Guess that.
That's the joy. I'm going to smile for this because it's www.themessengersradio.com.
That's right. And the other one is www.themessengersministry.com.
There you go.
Like you said earlier.
Awesome.
But this is the ministry.
So hope you guys are having a blessed morning, a blessed evening, or a blessed afternoon, however you may be watching this.
That's right. We love you guys.
We do.
So much. Bye.